I realized that during the filming I was talking about cleaning of the Khlongs, and here is a cleaning crew. So there were complaints before that the Khlong was dirty, and it's definitely a lot cleaner now, and it doesn't smell at all. Good morning. I'm here at the Khlong Saen Saep, and this is one of my favorite canals to ride with my bicycle. And the reason that I'm here is because I want to give an update regarding this Khlong. And it is exactly 3 years ago that I made my first real Global Travel Mate video right here on this canal. And this was on the 31st of August. I had 485 subscribers at that moment, and we are now at 58,000. And I thought it's a nice idea to do this ride again. It should take me about 29 minutes. I mean, that was the length of my first video. A lot has changed. When I made my first videos, we were in the middle of the pandemic, and luckily that's all gone now. Yeah, I just wanted to take you guys along on my bike rides that I normally do in the early morning. By the way, that guy there is spear fishing. You see that a lot. Yeah, I realized that in the beginning I was making a lot of videos and I was always explaining about myself as well. So I thought maybe I will just give you an update and tell you a bit more about Global Travel Mate. We gained a lot of subscribers in the meanwhile, and maybe some people don't really know. So my name is Jeroen. I am from Holland. I came here 13 years ago with my wife Mirella, and she's from Romania. And 10 years ago we started a real estate company which is called Sukhumvit Homes. And I was always filming apartments for Sukhumvit. Oh, I have to make a bit of speed and get up here one-handed. Okay, there we go. So our situation is a bit different from other YouTubers, for example. I mean, we had the real estate company already here, and I started filming because I wanted to show my potential customers that were not able to travel to Thailand how the country looks, how Bangkok looks. And this actually evolved in a little bit more in a proper YouTube channel, but still, compared to other YouTubers, I'm not making a lot of money with it. It's just only the advertisements. We don't have a membership, and I'm not asking for money in any other ways. So I need to make my money with the real estate. So anyway, if you're moving to Bangkok and you need some help, you can always send us an email at info@sukhumvithomes.com, and we do high-end apartments for rent and for sale. And for rent we're talking about 75,000 baht plus. If you're having a lower budget, feel free to connect with us as well, because I'm always happy to give advice. Krab. Yeah, so what I said, that started 3 years ago, and a lot has changed. Oh, actually YouTube became one of our main marketing tools to inform our customers about Bangkok and also about the real estate here. So I'm on my way to the Bangkapi Mall, and that is something that is going to be very interesting because I was there a couple of months ago and they were renovating the mall, and I'm not sure if it's going to be open yet, but let's have a look. And then the second thing is I want to show you the MRT line that opened up there. So they're doing a lot of reconstructioning here on the path as well. So this ride might take me a bit longer. Here there is a lock. I have to be a bit careful to not fall in the water. Yeah, and along the way we'll see many of these Khlong boats. See, it's a bit messy here, but the lock is a good way to clean up the canal. So in the past years, the Khlong has been cleaned up a lot. And I remember when I made my first video, a lot of people were complaining about that it was smelly and you don't smell anything. Yeah, if you live in Bangkok and if you have a bicycle, I would recommend to come here. You can start this path from Petbury Road. Well, you can actually start already at Asok, because if you follow the Khlong, you can come all the way here. So you have a lot of these side canals. This is interesting. You see a lot of these empty plots, and then they plant some trees on there. There in the back they are constructing, looks like a muban, like a gated community. But for example, these kind of plots, they put banana trees or whatever, because if the plot is empty, you have to pay tax. But if it's a plantation, you can avoid some taxes. And that's also why a lot of empty plots in the city are used for beer bars. You know, you need to give it a certain purpose. So there we are. It's 8:30 and we're having a beautiful day. And I just realized, because I just filmed, I was just watching the other videos that I made. I was just watching the first video that I made, and I also had beautiful weather there. And we're in the middle of the rainy season, but that doesn't mean anything. This is also a good way to give an update regarding the rainy season. Here to the right, you have the Ramkhamhaeng area and the Rajamangala Stadium. And we're actually in the middle of town. If you go 200 meters to the right here, you are on one of the busiest roads of Bangkok. They're redoing this path. I noticed that some of the little bridges have been removed. I used to always have to climb these bridges, but it seems that they replaced them with cyclable bridges, which is perfect. See a fellow cyclist on the other side. So these bridges, normally you had to climb, but they made them easier accessible. Perfect. So there we save a bit of time again. So I might have lost time on that hole, but here we're good. So the Khlong Saen Saep is one of the main arteries, transport arteries actually, in Bangkok. And a lot of people that live in the Bangkapi area, they go to work with the Khlong boats. It's Sunday now, so it's not too busy. But normally you have many of these boats coming through. They made big efforts to clean up this canal in the past years, and they've done a great job. Oh, I love it, another one of these bridges. I haven't seen this before. Nice. You know, if you see the old video that I made, I had to climb up with my bicycle here. And there was also a guy living here. Maybe I will cross here with a little boat. No, it's too fast. So you have these little boats that are used to crossing the canal. Okay, but keep an eye in front. Sawadee krap. Yeah. Well, don't worry, he wasn't following me. He must have thought, who is this guy with that crazy machine? But as I told you, it's nice and quiet in here. So here to the right, you can see some buildings in between. That is the Ramkhamhaeng University. Okay. Cap. You see a lot of people are still wearing the masks, and it's not necessary, you don't have to wear the mask, but a lot of people decide to keep wearing them anyway. And this is something where even before the pandemic, people were wearing masks a lot more than in Europe, for example. So it's more like a custom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually cross on that bridge over there. So this is a more complicated bridge. I'm not gonna go straight up on it. I cannot make enough speed, and with one hand this is not doable. So you have a lot of locks. So these canals are also used to keep the water level at bay, especially when it's flooding time. They use these canals as reservoirs and control the water flow. There's a small bridge over there, so I'm gonna cross. Cap. Mind your head. See, and even here you have big constructions. 16th of September, grand opening, the Asset Wise. It's also one of the reasons why I like riding along with my bicycle, because it keeps me up to date. I know exactly which buildings are available. And this is not really an area where we do any business. This is quite far away from the city center. And this is more local. But if you want to get something for a good price, you can come here. So let's go up this bridge here. Not the easiest crossing. So here from the other side we're gonna have a bit of a different perspective, and I especially noticed we had the sun in front. Everybody's waiting for the boat. Oh. Yeah, this is a quite busy area, and as you can see, it's a predominantly Muslim area. And I always realize a lot of people don't know, but about 15% of the population in Thailand is Muslim. See, everybody's running to catch this boat. And this boat is going to Central World, and you can even go all the way to the Golden Mount. Whoop. Yeah, so what I was saying, a lot has changed. We are 1100 videos down the road since that video I made 3 years ago, and I've been trying to spend a bit more time on editing, but this one is going to be an unedited original Global Travel Made video. The only difference is that I will show myself a little bit, which I haven't done in the first 2 years that I was filming, but I realized it's nicer to just show yourself a bit as well. Up. It's such a beautiful day. What I mentioned, it is actually rainy season, and if you follow me on Instagram, you can see every day what the weather is. So I make an update every morning, and I think I've been doing that for almost 2 months, and I don't remember filming rain in the morning. So at the moment we did have some rain, but it was always in the evening. But driving on the left, sir. Tap. Yeah, the most important thing about rainy season in Bangkok, and I'm saying Bangkok because the rainy season is different in different areas in the country, but in Bangkok it's quite predictable, and it's been every morning we've had nice weather, and in the middle of the day it turned around. You get a bit of cloud, and then in the evening you might have some rain. But actually the last weeks the weather's been pretty good. We haven't had a lot of rain. And if you want to keep up to date, just follow me on Instagram, Global Travel Made, and there you will see the daily actual weather. It's always funny, people are asking me, what is the weather going to be on the 8th of September? I have no idea. But rainy season, as I actually mentioned in the first video that I made 3 years ago, rainy season in Bangkok is nothing compared to the normal weather in Holland. Because normal weather in Holland is like one huge monsoon. It's always raining and very unpredictable, but here it's quite predictable, so up. Oh, see if I can get there before the motorcycle. Up. Morning. You see, we have a nice international community. Everybody is doing their morning walks, is going on the way to work. I see some construction over there. I'm actually excited to see if the Bangkapi Mall is open, what I already mentioned before, and I will give you a view of the Yellow MRT Line. that goes through there, and that's open. And soon actually the purple line is going to open as well. So there is going to be an update about that probably this month. It looks like they are draining a piece of land in there, I don't know. So even on this quiet canal, there's construction going on. You know, they changed the little bridges. Well, it must be that they are emptying a piece of land there or drying it. Maybe they are drying the whole canal. There's a border coming on. That's cool. So you still have these empty plots in here. So let's hope we don't crash into each other. Cap. A fellow cyclist. Yeah, so my goal of this video was just to have a relaxed and easy bike tour, bike morning, and let you guys enjoy. I was actually thinking about doing a live stream, but I think a live stream on a bicycle, I cannot read the messages, so I think that wouldn't work. See, there you have two more of these ferries, right? This is also one of these perfect examples where you can see that the religions are living peacefully next to each other. First you have the mosque, and then right next to it the Buddhist temple. So if you live in Bangkok, I would definitely recommend to buy a bicycle. I already said it in many of my videos, but specifically for routes like this. I mean, look at this. You can just get out of the city. You really feel that you're on holiday actually. You're just in another part of Thailand, and it's ideal to do a trip. This is why I have the bell. See another one of these ferries. So there in front we have the mall. We're almost there. Up. See, I'm not the only one that does the early morning round. So I see they boarded up a lot of the empty spots or the empty plots here, so I guess there's going to be construction coming in. And the area where we're biking now, what I already mentioned, we have the Ramkhamhaeng road next to it, and that's where the future orange MRT line is going to be. And wherever the public transport lines pop up, there is construction. You know, these are the perfect spots to build new apartments because the connection with the public transport makes it interesting. You can even live in the outskirts, get a good price, and then commute to the city center. Some local wildlife here. Oh, the cat is there he goes. So there is one bridge that I have to cross. Well, one walking bridge, that's the only one that's still here. All the other ones I saw, they basically removed them and flattened them, which is perfect. And this is the Bangkapi Mall. you can actually continue riding this path for another 15 kilometers. I think this whole part was about 12.5 kilometers, and you can go all the way to Minburi, and there is an electric boat that goes from here to Minburi, and I made a video about that last year, so I will put the link in the description as well. Yeah, and I used to go here through the parking space, but that's not possible anymore. So I have to walk the stairs with my bike and then cross here towards the mall. So let's see you on the bridge. So there in the back you have the first station of the Khlong Saen Saep riverboat, and it goes all the way down here in the direction of town. So I made it to the Bangkapi Mall, and as you can see, if you want to come here with the train, you can use the Yellow MRT. The mall is still a bit under construction, but on the inside it seems to be open. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm too early. This is also known as Paradise at the Mall. This is a mall by the Mall Group, and I will have to come back here in the future to give a proper update regarding the mall. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update regarding the ride along the Khlong Saen Saep. I always enjoy going there with my bicycle, and this was a special occasion. 3 years ago I made my first proper video there. I hope this one is as good. If it's not, let me know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this update, feel free to subscribe, drop me a line, and see you guys in my next video.